Hey there, welcome to the channel. I'm Sam the Ashen. Try to keep an open mind, even if this isn't your usual type of game. There's a reason that it is so popular. This game is one of the best RPGs that's come out in a very long time. The characters are some of the best written characters that you'll probably ever see in a video game. The only ones that come to mind that can stand toe-to-toe with these characters are The Witcher 3, Red Dead Redemption. The characters are phenomenal. There's a reason they're so popular, and the characters play a big part in that. Same goes with Baldur's Gate 3. I'm not usually the top-down, turn-based RPG type of player, but this game really surprised me. Let's start with the most compelling aspect, the characters. You might meet a troll that has a better vocabulary than you. You might run into a group of people that you just don't like, and you might want to gaslight them a little bit.
It's an enemy of the absolute. You're right, sir. The beast must be destroyed.
You might take a beating so well that the torturer just stops torturing you out of respect.
You bore the pain like a true believer.
And then a goblin who saw this might get jealous and decide that they can take the beating even better than you did.
Now is not the time to ask that. I'm not enough here.
The voice acting is phenomenal, which draws you into the world even more. This game is just overflowing with atmosphere.
What? Besides my life's calling and the greatest problem I've ever faced? Well, I like night orchids and can't swim. Is that the sort of thing you meant?
Whether the ever-charming Asterion decides to chime in,
We're all entitled to our secrets.
or you get a little of the classic Shadowheart-tude,
No need to thank me. This is out of pure necessity. Pure desperation, in fact.
or even if you're getting rizzed up by Lae'zel of all people.
Your scent alone is enough to make my neck sweat and my hairs stand on end.
This face is priceless.
I thought maybe then we could stay. Please let me go. I'll be good, I swear.
Thank you, Korga. Master Halsin.
Halsin isn't here. Keep his name off your tongue, lest Tila pierce it.
It's hard to put into words how much of an effect character development, character writing, and voice acting can have on a game. And Baldur's Gate 3 is just a prime example of how these aspects can elevate a game to the next level.
I recommend keeping my distance for a moment.
The next biggest strength of this game, in my opinion, is the combat. I know some people aren't fans of the turn-based combat, myself included, usually, but Baldur's Gate 3 does it so well, and there's so much variety and freedom to get creative and really use your brain, if you feel like it, to come up with your own way to win. This is unique enough for a game to have, but even harder to do it right, but they pull it off. You could split up your party and stealth attack from every angle. You could go in as a united front all together. You could go around and place traps around the battlefield before battle to get the upper hand. It's really hard to say what the limits are, because I haven't found them yet. There's also plenty of secret areas that you can't get into unless you get creative on how to get there. There's places that you're not supposed to get to until later. There's places that you could get to if you go through and do this quest and find this thing, or again, if you get creative, you can find a way in early. I broke a door to get in early instead of finding the key, but there's other things like destroying the supports of a ladder to make it fall down, shooting an arrow at a lever on the other side of a gate to get in early. There is so much depth to this game and so many different ways to play your own way and progress your own way. It's so unlikely that two people would ever have the same playthrough. Another really solid bonus, especially for turn-based games, is the graphics. The graphics are phenomenal. This is uncommon for turn-based games, and it really adds to the atmosphere and the immersion of this game. The character models are beautiful, especially Shadowheart's.
When the others are asleep and there's no distractions, I'll come for you.
One thing that has helped make the truly great games what they are, and also broke games that could have been great, is consistency or lack of. Having no weak spots and fleshing out every character, every corner of the map, not just being filler, but having purpose for everything that's put in, is what separates the good from the great.
Okay, maybe you don't need extra luck, but since you're already holding the thing...
It's just one of those rare games that truly is handcrafted and really makes you feel like a part of the world.
Calling in the greatest problem I've ever faced.
Sweet child, you bore the pain like a true...
Killed feels like a strong word.
I ask again, what is the worth of a single mortal life?
And I'm here to save you again.
I cannot allow these butchers to threaten my grove. The natural order must be protected.
Into another. And you're hardly bland. You're sent.
Thank you for sticking around and watching the video. If you want to help out the channel, liking and commenting really does help boost the videos and help me out a lot. If you want to see more from me, subscribing to the channel is the perfect way to do that. That also helps me out a ton. I highly recommend you check out Baldur's Gate 3. You will not regret it. It is fantastic. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a good one.